Here we go. And it looks like we're live. How's the sound coming through on the stream there, James?
Sounding pretty good. Your voice is certainly incredibly clear.
Okay, that's good. How's your voice?
My voice is sounding good too. It sounds a little bit louder than yours. That doesn't necessarily have to be a problem, though.
Okay, and it looks like we've already got one viewer.
Yeah, that'll probably be me.
Not unless your username abruptly changed to Sinashira.
Oh, Sinashira. Yeah, I know who that is. Hey there, Sinner.
Alright, if you want to mute the stream at your end, I will unmute myself at our end, and we will get this show on the road.
Cool. Okay, doing that now. Right.
And you should now be hearing me through Discord.
Yep, I'm now hearing you through Discord.
Excellent. Okay, here we go.
So what exactly is it that you're doing here? I mean, what is the point of this?
Okay, I'm glad you asked, because I was about to start talking about that myself. Basically,
Go for it.
what I'm doing is I'm running a hardcore survival world with the idea that I'm trying to increase my technical proficiency at playing Minecraft.
Okay.
The basic idea is that I want to apply myself to Minecraft in the same way that I have previously applied myself to getting really good at games like Mirror's Edge. I think I may have mentioned to you, James, before that I played Mirror's Edge until I was able to complete a no-death run of the entire game. And so I'm applying the same basic theory to Minecraft. We're going to be playing solo hardcore survival worlds until such time as I can consistently slay the Ender Dragon in reasonable amount of time. I'm shooting for under 2 hours as an initial goal. And
You appreciate that I know very little about this, so I don't know if that's a good time or an impressive time. How ambitious is that?
well, the world's speedrunning record is currently under 20 minutes.
Okay, so 2 hours is... Well, again, I know nothing about this. I don't know if there are any kind of... Actually, I do know a little bit about speedrunning, and I have what... Well, I know a little bit about speedrunning. What I mean is I've watched a bunch of YouTube videos on it. So I am aware that sometimes there are like highly technically advanced skips involved that use things like blinks and like glitches and various other things. Is there a lot of that stuff that goes on here?
My understanding is that no. All of the people who get times in that range of around or slightly under 20 minutes are doing it without cheating or hacking. There was a pretty huge controversy about it earlier last year. I was mentioning to you the Dream SMP, but the fellow Dream who started that, he was investigated by the website that handles the speedrunning leaderboards to look into the possibility that he had fudged his worlds in some way to get luckier outcomes. He ended up hiring an astrophysicist to run the numbers to defend him and to point out flaws in the investigation's statistical reasoning, but I never heard if there was a conclusion from it, and all of my information is secondhand via Game Theory. The YouTube channel, I mean.
Yeah.
They did a whole video looking at the issue from their end. Or from the spectator end, I guess you could say. Honestly, I'm not too concerned about it.
Okay, so but 2 hours is probably reasonably okay then. Do you think you're going to get that on this run?
Oh, well, I tried last night with my associate T-Mech sitting in the seat you're in,
Mm-hmm.
and incidentally, for the
Yep.
purposes of this stream, I will be going under my assumed name of Tavi the Terrible, Tavi for short. T-Mech
Okay.
is a classmate of mine from
Heavy.
school, and
Uh-huh.
would you like me to use your normal human name, or would you prefer me to refer to you as Lead for the purposes of this video?
You can refer to me as Lead. Yeah, go for that.
Okay then, Lead.
Or you can just call me James. It's either okay. Let's face it. My public name and my internet persona is pretty sort of integrated at this point. I don't think there's any big secret about who it is I am and what I do.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Choose as you wish.
Coming back to your original question, however, the question of whether or not I think I can get a sub 2 hour kill on the Ender Dragon during this run, personally, I'm going to go with I doubt it. I didn't even get into the Nether before I was killed during my last run.
Okay, and the Nether is like, remember, I don't play Minecraft hardcore in any way. I've played Minecraft like for a couple of hours, like a few years ago. And
Okay.
so I know a little bit about it, but not that much. The Nether, the Nether is that bit where the dragon is. Is that
No,
right?
the dragon
No.
is in the dimension called the End. The Nether is a far more fiery and hellish dimension, where I need to travel in order to get materials that I will need in order to access the End.
Okay.
Basically, there are monsters in the End that drop otherwise unattainable items. Well, almost entirely unobtainable items. I think you can find them in a few rare types of loot chests. You need those in order to make the crafted items that you use to get into the End. There are structures in the Nether called Nether Fortresses, and you need to go to a Nether Fortress and kill monsters called Blazes to get Blaze Rods, which you can then grind up into Blaze Powder, which you use to... you use that in order to create Eyes of Ender by mixing it with Ender Pearls, and you can use Eyes of Ender to locate a stronghold in the overworld, and you can... the stronghold will contain the portal to the End.
I just saw you create like a furnace. What are you doing?
Okay, so
What are you doing right now?
right now I'm mining for coal. There's a fair bit of coal and iron that I've walked across in here, which is super lucky that I spawned right next to this hole. I ended up walking around in the overworld for more than 10 minutes before I found veins of coal, well, veins of iron in my, oh crap. We're out of here. I don't have a weapon.
If the spawn rates are that random, how legitimate? I mean, if speedrunning contains like a large degree of like randomization because of the map creation method, then doesn't that make it a problem with legitimacy for speedruns? Because I mean, isn't the whole point about speedrunning is that it's very predictable?
You know, I've never looked into Minecraft speedrunning in enough detail to make the call about that one way or the other.
Okay.
So, I don't doubt
You've got a
that there...
skeleton on your tail.
Hmm?
You got a skeleton dude there. I saw him. He was creeping in the underground.
Oh yeah, I ran away from a skeleton. That's what the concern was, but it was way back here.
Okay.
Hmm. And I need to find some food soon. So we will.
Oh, you've got further than I ever got in Minecraft in the first 5 minutes. I never got a shield.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
there haven't always been shields, so
Oh.
I don't
Okay.
remember what upgrade they were added in.
Oh, lava. Pretty.
Wait, you're only just now seeing the lava? Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I saw it out the corner of my eyes. I must admit, I'm not paying all that. I'm watching it. You know, I'm paying attention to your stream.
There must be a really serious lag between.
I don't think so.
my
You're currently
broadcast.
mining. I don't think so.
I am not currently mining, so there
okay.
is probably a fairly significant lag going on there. I need
Right.
to find. What do I need to find? I need to find something other than
Hang on.
horses. There's pigs over there. That'll work.
Do you want to try streaming it on Discord as well?
I think I can probably do that. Hold on a sec.
I appreciate that, like, distracting you in the middle of an attempted speedrun like this is probably not necessarily the best thing I could be doing from a supportive friend standpoint, but hey hum.
There. You should have my stream now. Let me know if that has upset anything.
Nope, it hasn't upset anything. At least not as far as I can see. But there does appear to be some or maybe maybe it is upsetting something. Okay, yeah, I've got a lag of about 30 seconds, I think. 45 seconds, maybe a minute.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, you're offline.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I would get rid of this stream. I would get rid of this Discord. Oh, you're back online now. I would get rid of this Discord stream. I'm just going to have to watch you on the Twitch.
Well, undoing it now would be a fair pain in the neck, so we're leaving it running for the time being.
Okay.
The other thing is, I would not characterize what I am attempting to do as a speed run because it's still uncertain if I can even reach the end.
Wait, so you've never actually completed Minecraft before?
I have once, but I had help. Like, a lot of help.
Okay, so this is really what we're doing here, or what you're doing here, rather, is from the ground up, utter speedcraft running noob learns to speedcraft. Learns to talk, James. Utter noob at speedrunning Minecraft learns to speedrun Minecraft. That's what we're doing here.
We're gonna start
Is that accurate?
We're gonna start with learning to actually play Minecraft to completion.
Oh my
without
god, we're
help.
even further down.
Yeah.
We're even further down, yeah.
We
Okay.
have to first finish learning to play Minecraft on our own with limited outside assistance.
You know, you should get the speed running clock set up for on half of your screen for the OBS.
Yeah, I had thought about that, but my second thought about it was that it would be potentially not sorry. It would be needlessly pretentious at this stage.
No. But I think it would be really, really cool because what you're doing, I mean, it would be pretentious if you were saying, "Look how awesomely pro I am," right? But you're not. You are admitting right from the word go, "Hey, I've never done this before. Literally never done this." So if you had the clock up and you recorded your very first ever run attempting to do this.
Okay, we could
matter
eventually.
If it took 20 hours. You could literally have that on your screen, and you could say, "Look, here is my first run. It took me 20 hours," and then you could have like a progression of how your runs have improved over time.
Yeah, okay.
I think that would be really cool.
I can see that as a definite possibility.
Yeah.
I was going to add something to it, though. What was I going to add to it?
Go on.
Right. We've had somebody in the comments on Twitch say something since
Oh,
the last time. Would
hang
you
on.
mind reading that back to me, and then we can discuss it?
I can't actually see. Oh, hang on. Here's the chat. There we. Okay, K Shits. Hey, Lead Bunny, I have seen how good you are in story world building. I'm sorry about this, Soren. This is a
Oh
question
no,
from me.
this is sort of what I expected.
Oh, okay. I've seen
I
how good
fully
you are in story
expected
world
that your
building.
fans would take this over.
Let's see how good you are in this type of world building. Shits, this is not actually me. This is Soren doing this. I'm not doing any world building at all. Oh, it's Arya. Sorry. Yeah. Sounds like there is a story with the Tavi, the terrible name. Yeah, why exactly are you called that, Soren?
Okay.
What is your name there?
So, I have been playing Minecraft since I was in high school, but it was like a very sporadic thing. I started my first world back in beta 1.8, and I upgraded the world as I went, so it was kind of a mess for ages there. But then Minecraft had its official release, and I thought to myself, well, it'd be nice to finally be able to play this game without the huge marking on the side of the screen that loudly announces to the world that my high school cohorts had pirated this copy of the game ages ago. So I went out and became a reformed character and got myself an actual Minecraft account. And this would have been around 2012. And around 2012, I was fairly deeply into the My Little Pony fandom. And,
Oh, yes.
yes, so Tavi was short for Octavia, and Octavia was a character who appeared in the background of 2 episodes.
Okay.
She was a pony playing the cello, and that's all we know about her.
Well, it's all you know about her. I have never ever seen one episode of My Little Pony. I understand it has quite a cult following on the internet, but that's all I know.
Yeah, I'd say less so now, because the show has ended, and the fandom has all gone their own separate ways. But I know a lot of us migrated over to anime. I made the migration over to anime shortly after 2012, actually. I decided more or less to fall out of that fandom in the end of the 3rd season.
And at some point, you fell into the Harry Potter fanfiction fandom.
Oh no, that's been a quiet specter over my entire life.
Oh, okay. I will be quiet then.
No, what happened on that front, how I met you, is I was hanging out with my weeb friends, and one of them said to me, "Oh, hey, Soren, you like Harry Potter?" And I was like, "Yes, it was a major source of my childhood trauma. Why do you ask?" And they said something to me like, "You should check out this Dodging Prison and Stealing Witches fic. It's fairly long form and pretty entertaining." So I went and sat down, and I read just about everything in it that then existed. We had only gotten to, I think, the middle of the 2nd book by that point. And then I said, "Man, this is great. I want there to be more of this. How do I show him that I want there to be more of this, beyond just sending him a comment to say, well done, like all the other people?" And so I recorded myself reading the first chapter, and then messaged you on fanfiction.net with an account that no longer exists. Do not look. And once I had done that, you messaged me back.
This was a long time ago.
Yeah, you messaged me back saying that you liked what I had done, and we've been chatting more or less ever since.
Yeah. And you recorded the first year of Dodging Prison and Stealing Witches.
Yeah. Thereabouts.
The first book, basically,
Yeah.
thereabouts.
I had plans. I had such wonderful plans to do the second book. I actually got in contact with noteworthy Harry Potter fanfiction audiobook producer Eneas Brodsky and had gotten him to record samples for the voice of Quirrellmort, but I bailed on the project, and it's been taken over with its own author as the narrator now. So,
Yes, the things that could have been. Yes, Aya, this is the original voice of the audiobook right now that we are listening to.
oh geez, have I been so thoroughly forgotten?
I don't think so. It's just that, you know. I had always wondered who the hell this Soren was. Well, now you are finding out.
Yes, I am the Dark Lord Sauron.
Oh yeah, well, Soren, Sauron. Yeah, okay, yeah, spelling.
I haven't had people making that mistake since I was a first year at university. I actually got a t-shirt with Lord Soren with the correct spelling on it.
Well, to be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if
You wouldn't be
I
surprised
wouldn't be surprised if Lord of the Rings took that. Well, it does have a certain ring to it. The name Sauron, doesn't it? I wouldn't be surprised if that was the original, sort of intention, and then that Sauron was just sort of a slightly edited version of that. I don't know. Just it's got a ring to it. That name, Sauron.
Yeah. A definite possibility, to be sure.
So what are you doing now?
So I've got all of the iron and coal that I think I'm going to need for a little while, but I know that I'm running a food deficit, and I also need to find a standing pool of lava on the surface. So, I am going to go... I need...
Sorry, carry on.
Yeah. So in order to get into the nether, the fastest way for me to do it would be
I love
to...
you, Aya. No, please continue. Don't get distracted on my part. I'm just sitting here chatting with people.
So basically, the fastest way I can get into the nether is to find a standing pool of lava, and I also need to grab a couple buckets of water. That's... I'll grab a couple buckets of water, and I need to go in search of standing pools of lava, because that's the fastest way to make... That will be the fastest way to make a portal to the nether. And once I've got a portal to the nether, I can go in search of those blaze rods I mentioned.
I'm assuming that these speed runs don't involve building huge palaces or impressive doom fortresses or anything of this nature.
No, but one thing I have noticed about a lot of the people who play Minecraft on the scale of making huge palaces and doom fortresses is that many of them have the same level of technical literacy with the game as do the people doing the speedruns. Like, if you look at people who are on the Dream SMP, like Technoblade or Dream himself, the people that they admire who also play Minecraft are people like Grian from the Hermitcraft server and Mumbo Jumbo.
Okay.
It's all...
Or Mordor, yeah.
Or Mordor.
Sorry, I'm still reading chat.
Arya, I'm not sure I follow the train of thought of your comments there.
Doom fortresses.
Oh,
Palaces.
yeah, okay, there we go. Yep, okay, that makes more sense. Strictly speaking, the palace would have been the Tower of Barad-dûr. Just gotta flex on chat occasionally. Make sure they know which one of us is the streamer.
Yeah, the thing is that that's actually kind of embarrassing because you would think that I would know this kind of stuff. I actually don't. I've never read. Embarrassing for a fantasy writer. I've never read Lord of the Rings. I've watched the movies. I've never read the books.
Yeah, I have...
They are big, thick books.
My current dungeon master, your former dungeon master, Azra Modvar, is a massive Lord of the Rings fan. And if even if I haven't read beyond the Fellowship of the Rings myself, she would set me straight on most of the details of this. That said, I already knew the name of the Tower of Mordor, Barad-dûr, before I ever became friends with Azzy. That has much to do, again, with a misspent childhood.
Lies.
All of my friends in elementary school got really into Lord of the Rings because the movies were coming out when we were that age. So, all the charging around in fantasy play that you got in regular people's schoolyards was, in our case, directed exclusively to Lord of the Rings.
Kill those pigs.
Okay.
Episode 0.43, The Survivaling Part 2.
Yes, so last night's episode was the Survivaling Part 1, in which I did not survive.
I see. So that was a failed attempt.
Yeah, very definitely a failed attempt. However, I did learn a number of valuable lessons from it. Chief among them was the fact that the people who are good at this find their iron and coal much closer to the surface than where I ended up going. I was faffing about at the bottom of a ravine, and I ended up getting trapped between 3 monsters, and a creeper dropped out of the ceiling. Unfortunately, that footage has now been lost to time because I didn't realize that saving your videos was a separate setting on Twitch.
Also, Arya makes a good point. Can you make bacon in this game?
No.
Is bacon a thing?
You
It
cannot.
does not. How my words fail me.
All pork product...
How long has this game been out of beta and they haven't put bacon in it?
Oh jeez, it's been out of beta since, I want to say, probably 2012, 2013, and
It was in beta for like 5 years or something.
something like that.
Yeah.
But the big thing about it is that big thing about it was the fact that the only pork product you can make in vanilla Minecraft is the pork chops.
Yeah, pork chops aren't bad. I like pork chops. Got some beef though there.
Yep, so these will make steak, but they also give us leather, which could conceivably be useful somewhere along the line. I don't know of any too speedrunnerish uses that leather gets put to. Leather, I think, is largely used for ornamental purposes, but don't quote me on that, because I am often wrong. There may be something that I am overlooking in that respect. We will find out in the fullness of time.
So have you achieved your first milestone yet? And what milestone are we currently aiming for?
Okay, so we're currently aiming for finding a pool of standing lava somewhere on the surface.
Okay. What about... So that lava that you had underground, that wasn't okay?
That was a flowing lava. So in caves, what you will sometimes find is that a single block of standing lava has spawned in the wall of a cave system and is pouring lava all over the floor. We need a pool of standing lava, because what we strictly speaking need is 10, minimum 10 lava source blocks, which we can use to make 10 pieces of obsidian. And we need 10 pieces of obsidian so that we can build the portal to the nether.
Cool. So how do you find these standing lava pools then?
I
imagine that must be quite rare.
It's really hit or miss. Like, in my last world, by this far into the run, we had come across 2 of them, and the usual method for spotting them would be that they were causing nearby trees to catch fire.
Huh. This has got the whiff of it of... you start the game, you look around, if you don't see a burning tree, then you immediately give up, and because you aren't going to win the race.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, here's standing lava right here.
Yeah. I take my words back. There is standing lava.
Yeah. Okay, so, I have only a nodding familiarity with the procedure that we're going to be undertaking here, so please be patient with me while
fall in.
Yeah, that's the big one.
I really want to play with standing lava in some of my books. I really like... It's just... Yeah, there's something satisfying about...
Very tropey.
Yes, it's very... There is something satisfyingly fantasy about using lava. Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Hey, Svoo. Good to have you with us. More spoilers. Yeah, I would call this a spoiler. I would say these are things that I am generally interested in doing at some point in my stories.
More spoilers, eh? Snape kills Dumbledore? Am I too late to that party?
I'm certainly not getting into that kind of spoiler. This all very much falls under the category of Raffo.
Raffo?
Read and find out.
Oh.
Brandon Sanderson answer to everything whenever he's asked a question.
Gotcha.
You have... I can't remember the exact quote. It's something on the lines of, you have asked the correct question at the wrong time, or possibly the wrong question at the right time, or possibly both, or possibly neither. I couldn't possibly say. Or something like this. Either way, congratulations, you have earned a Raffo card. And then he would give you a physical card that said Raffo on it.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations
There's
on earning
the
a
fire.
Raffo card. Yeah. There's this weird meta world between the writer and the reader, in that the reader is inhabiting a complete fantasy world that is real, whereas the writer is inhabiting a world that they are building and creating as they go and making up as they go. And so when readers ask writers questions about, oh, this is very interesting, what you're doing right now. So when readers ask writers questions about incredibly explicit details about their world and what, and stuff, a lot of the time it's either, look, just stop asking me these questions, mate, because I haven't thought about it yet properly, or read and find out, or either that or they make up something very quickly on the spot. Pop. Pop. So you got enough obsidian there?
I've got enough materials to make enough obsidian, but it's going to take me a little bit of maneuvering. I haven't figured out the technique for doing this quickly, efficiently, cleanly, and safely yet.
Obsidian is another fantasy trope that's kind of interesting, incidentally, because the idea of making weapons out of glass is just, yeah, it's an unusual one. I mean, I don't think there's ever been a civilization in human history that has seriously made weapons out of glass and obsidian and sort of materials like this, but in fantasy it's done all the time.
The Aztecs. Oh
yeah, you're right. You are completely right. I take my word back. Yes, they did that, didn't they? Didn't work for them very well once they encountered steel, of course, but yeah.
Oh yeah, well, obviously, but
in
considering
fantasy, Obsidian, yeah.
considering the disadvantages that the Americas had, it's impressive that they ever got as far as building a place like Tenochtitlan in the first place.
Recently, I found the Wikipedia page on dry stone walling for the Inca Empire.
Ah.
I don't know if you've ever seen. There's a particularly interesting example called the 12-cornered stone, which is a stone in a wall in somewhere in Peru, I think. And the stonemason involved carves 12 different points into what is effectively a very irregularly shaped brick, but it fits into the wall absolutely perfectly. And I'm just looking at this thing and I'm like, this is amazing and incredible, and it just looks so beautiful. And the example of the stonemasonry that the Incas were pulling out, it just makes you, it really does blow your mind, because they didn't use mortar, they weren't using like cement or anything, they were just dry stone walling it together. But if you look at a Western dry stone wall, like something you get in Cumbria or in Scotland, it's basically a bunch of rocks that have been cobbled together. And yeah, it works as a wall or as a retaining wall, it works just about. But then you look at the Incans and what they did, and their stonemasonry is so exact and so perfect that there is no gaps at all between the stones. To the extent that it's not that they didn't need to use mortar. If they'd had mortar, I'm sure they would have used it. But they didn't have mortar, so they did this instead. And it looks beautiful. It really does. Look up Google Incan architecture if you're interested in looking at that. Yeah, very. Sharp,
bit busy
yes,
here at the moment.
Sure, you are. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm not saying you need to look it up right now. I'm just suggesting that anyone who might be listening, who is not you, who wants to look it up, can do that. Is what I'm suggesting. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a bow. That's useful. I need to find a bit of gravel because I have not managed to get any flint yet, and I need a piece of flint.
Soren, question from the chat. Is this modded or is this vanilla?
This is vanilla.
Okay. Presumably modded would not be eligible for speedrunning, I'm guessing. Is that correct?
No, it would not.
Okay.
What do I call my associate, T-Mech, with whom I will be streaming our shared survival world, the Scuffed Survival Multiplayer, we call it. He uses a mod called Optifine, which is entirely client-side, and it's just basically some quality-of-life stuff that isn't present in vanilla Minecraft. Things like being able to zoom your viewfinder in, as well as providing lighting from torches held in your offhand.
Okay, so you've got the obsidian. Now what are you doing?
I am trying to find gravel, and the reason I need gravel is because gravel is where you get flint from, and I need flint because I need to make flint and steel to light this portal.
If it was ice cream, Aya, I'd prefer strawberry myself. Vanilla is fine. I prefer strawberry.
I'm a sea salt caramel man.
Oh, very nice. Actually, you know what? I do actually like sea salt and caramel as well. I think I have tried it in ice cream, maybe in sorbet. My protein powder is sea salt and caramel. Very, very nice, especially when mixed with honey and almonds.
I forgot to make a freaking shovel. There we are.
Sinner says you should look in the water, which you just did, so there you go.
And before I go into the nether, I want to grab some additional cobblestone. You never know when you need blocks.
You have run out of pickaxe.
No, I've run out of that pickaxe.
The Incan research might be used in DPNSW and TBC, or was it used in TBC already? I don't know if I want to. This isn't really even RAFO at this point, is it? I'm vaguely thinking of using it in TBC. It hasn't been used in TBC yet, but it probably will be pretty soon. I just like it too much. I just won't tell you in what context it will be used. There we go. That's not RAFO. I choose to believe this is not RAFO. Oh, wasn't there the Pyramid of the Spider Queen? There was, but I didn't describe the architecture in that particular scene. So, I believe I described that architecture as a combination of Aztec architecture, but the Aztec architecture was in the style of the pyramid rather than the architecture used. The pyramid was made up of Grecian columns, and I'm not sure what. Well, Grecian columns don't use mortar, do they? They're just stones stacked on top of each other. I've actually got no idea how Grecian columns are made, because the stones that make up Grecian columns are really, really heavy. So how exactly do you get them up that high? I suppose scaffolding and ramps, I guess.
Most likely.
I mean, I don't think you'd be able to use ropes, not with stones that heavy.
Yeah, this is not the aspect of Grecian columns that has ever given me pause. I didn't really worry too much about getting them up there.
What did you worry about? Making them?
No. There is a scene in, I believe it's the first chapter of Ayn Rand's The Fountainhead, in which recently expelled architectural student Howard Rourke, who goes on to become an architect anyway, because the question isn't who's going to let him, it's who's going to stop him.
Sorry, did you just go through a portal? Did you make that portal?
Yes, this is the portal that I
that?
This was the portal that I made out of. Oh my god, this is terrible. This is really bad.
What is this?
This is the Nether, James, and to finish off my anecdote about Howard Rourke, the architect, he
Gold.
Yeah, we are not mining that because it's a one thin layer of crap that is holding me suspended in midair over a lake of goddamn lava.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm just going to expand this a little bit. Carefully.
Carefully.
Yeah. Oh, shit!
What?
That's not good.
Oh, you're being attacked.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to run away from that from a little bit. And we're going to get some additional blocks, because now that we've scoped out the terrain on that side, it's trying to kill us harder than it normally does.
Could you make a different one?
Yeah, but I'd need to go like 1,000 blocks away from here. It would take a non-negligible amount of time, is the point. And my first response is to reinforce my beachhead so that I don't end up getting marooned inside the Nether.
Sure, Aya is asking, what exactly was that? And I must admit, I'm asking the same question. What attacked you?
So moments before I came under attack, you might have heard something make a screeching noise. That was a ghast. They are giant floating white things that shoot fireballs.
Okay. Eat that pork chop.
Yeah.
Why are you eating pork chops? You're already at full health.
No, it's, I was running out of food, the other bar.
Oh.
This bar here.
Right. Then. I'm used to the idea that eating food restores your health.
Yeah, it doesn't directly restore your health, but when you're at full satiation, you end up... when you are at full satiation, you end up regaining health. You only regain health when you're at full satiation. Anyways, finishing off the anecdote about Howard Rourke, basically, he's having an interview with the dean of the School of Architecture, and the question at stake in the discussion is that Howard Rourke is an aggressively modern architect in an age when modern architecture a la Frank Lloyd Wright was only just starting to become a thing. And it was basically the issue was the issue at stake in that real world controversy which happened was the question of form following function. So before modern architecture, we had a huge plethora of architectural styles, but they were trying to be applied to things like skyscrapers, which is how we got skyscrapers that were done up in columns and porticos to look like, for instance, the Parthenon. And in that first scene where he's, well, not the first scene, in that early scene where Howard Rourke is talking to the dean of the architecture school, he points out that the Parthenon was a case of people not adapting their designs to do the best they could with the materials they had. Howard Rourke put forth, well, Ayn Rand, via Howard Rourke, put forth the idea that the Parthenon had been built to the style of earlier wooden temples, but they just built a bigger replica of them in stone. And that the vertical fluting on the columns of the Parthenon was there to hide the joints in wooden columns.
Okay. Are you about to die again?
No, hopefully not. There's the ghast. God damn it.
And you've now got a shield. Oh no, you... Also, yes, apparently they are Vila, because they shoot fireballs.
Excuse me, Vila shoot fireballs?
Yeah, you didn't spot that in Harry Potter? There was the there's the at the Quidditch World Cup, they turn into bird-like beings and start shooting fireballs at the enemy team. Apparently this is a magic ability that they have, although we never see Fleur do it.
Yeah.
Although in fan fiction she does it with surprising regularity.
Yeah, that holds up. Okay. So
what now that you're here, what's he gonna do?
Now that I'm here and I've got a bit of a beachhead, the question now becomes, which landmass should I try to bridge my way to in order to try and find a nether fortress? Now, I don't know if there are special rules that describe conditions more favorable to the spawning of nether fortresses or not. I think I'm going to go with that landmass and then that landmass, just on the basis that they are closest to me.
Okay, go for it.
And you know, the ghast is away on the other side, so hopefully I will
That's
not
also
come
a good
under
reason.
fire during the process of getting there.
I can see how this bit could be pretty dicey in a speed run.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You managed it.
Yeah, well, we're not out of the woods yet.
Which question from Sinashira? Which Minecraft version are you playing?
Good question, Sinashira. I believe it is whatever the most recent one is. I want to say we're after the Nether update. Can I check that? 1.16.5.
There we go. So what are you going to find at this fantasy doom hell fortress thing?
We are going to find blaze rods. More
What are they
specifically, we are going to find blazes that we
Oh.
will kill for their blaze rods. And the reason we want to do that is because blaze rods can be ground up into a fine powder, which can then be mixed with ender pearls to make ender eyes. And we want ender eyes because they are the keys to getting into the end dimension, and even finding it to begin with.
Yeah, Sinner took the words out of my mouth. Don't forget to mine the gold. Because it's gold.
Gold
Okay.
has remarkably few uses. There are
Lies. It's gold. Yeah. Always mine gold. Gold is gold.
Yeah, it's also a one thin layer here. We will see other gold. As a matter of fact, for those of you who are familiar with the Minecraft streaming scene, I should let you know up front, I am not like Technoblade. Technoblade hears the chat as voices in his head who are telling him to kill everything. I only hear the voices in my head if there's money attached to it. You want me to do weird crap in Minecraft that is counter to my own project? You gotta make it worth my while, chat.
Yeah. Oh god, what was it? I was going to say, I'm surprised you don't classify me as a voice in your head that you're hearing to tell you to do weird things. Like mine gold, for example. Actually,
Well-
that just worked, didn't it? You just said that gold was useless and that you don't mine it, and then I told you to mine it, and now suddenly you want to mine it. So there we go, it works.
Yeah, fair enough. You are the primary voice in my head at the moment, because you're not in-game with me the way T-Mech would be.
There we go. Lead Vonnie is either a goblin or a dragon. It's been confirmed. Personally, I'm going to go with... Oh, actually, I don't know. I like the idea of being a goblin. I like the idea of being a dragon even more. That's a really difficult decision, actually. I go with dragon because dragons get the maidens. There we go. Gold and maidens. There, decision made.
Lead Vonnie, Dragon Maiden kink confirmed.
Well, we haven't seen that in any of my stories yet. He says, trying to work back in his mind and just sort of replaying just to see if I haven't, because I may have done. No, we had that scene in. I've had dragons. Well, as a general course, I always include dragons in all my stories, simply because Brandon Sanderson had that meme a little while ago where he said, "Write about dragons." That was his catchphrase for quite a while, I think.
Right about dragons?
Yeah, because it's a general sort of rule about life. You know, write about dragons. It's like, what do you write? I write about dragons. Do you write fantasy? No, I write about dragons. Do you write sci-fi? I write about dragons. You know, it's Goblin. Hang on. Oh yeah, goblin plus dragons equal drablin. Goblin plus drablin. Isn't that just a kobold? I'm just thinking, because I mean, a kobold is basically a dragon goblin, isn't it?
I know the answer to this one, and the answer is surprisingly no. In D&D
okay.
terms, many of the chromatic dragons which are evil are also chaotic. So red dragons, for instance, are chaotic evil by their very nature, which, you know, sort of flies in the face of everything I ever believed about morality, but we'll leave that aside as a side issue for the moment. The important takeaway here is that kobolds are, I believe they're technically lawful evil by their nature, and this goes a long way to helping them do far more orderly pack tactics. So in a D&D encounter with a DM who knows what they're doing, you will find that kobolds can work together for better tactical maneuvers, but goblins will probably suffer major morale issues, and, you know, as soon as one of them gets stabbed, it's like, oh crap, they got Steve. We better all make our individual decisions about whether we want to stay and fight or run like hell.
But aren't there different kinds of elves with different alignments?
What do elves have to do with any of this?
Well, effectively what we're saying is that it's what you just said, as far as I can tell,
Is that there is a racial alignment average, yes.
Yes, and therefore kobolds can't be goblins because they have a different alignment. But
No,
elves,
it's that kobolds and goblins have fundamentally different behaviors, which seems contrary. It's like, if you add dragon and goblin together, you don't get kobold. Neither of those things is necessarily lawful.
I see.
But kobolds are.
I've always thought of dragons as being lawful. You know, they sort of follow their own rules of codes of honor. I mean, they may be dickish about it at times, but they are also, you know, don't touch my hoard, don't touch my gold, and I will leave you alone, kind of thing. Touch my gold, and I will burn down your village. It's his own law, but it is a law of a kind. When you're powerful enough, you effectively become the law in that sense, I guess. Isn't that what lawful is? You follow a strict code of rules that you for yourself.
Something to that effect.
Also, this place has got so much gold in it. I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, and you know what? I tell a bit of a lie. It might be a good idea to pick up some gold here.
What are they?
Those
What
are
are those things?
Those are zombie piglins. They're pretty chill most of the time, but we need to make sure that we find and mine some gold before we run into any of their still living brethren, because regular piglins get a bit tetchy about you if you aren't wearing an item of gold.
Oh, well, there you go then. There's a purpose for gold. I feel vindicated. Also, if the discussion about kobolds and dragons came to the conclusions that it did do, which it did, then Aya's comment about goblins plus dragons equals drablin is even more apropos, because it means, hey, we've got an
we've got an unfilled niche.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, drablins. There we go. That's a thing. I'm going to steal that if you don't mind, Aya. No, legitimately, I am actually going to take that if you're okay with that, because yeah. Also gold. Lots of gold. So what was your purpose for harvesting all this gold then?
My purpose for harvesting all this gold is to transform it into useful byproducts. Namely, I need a few more pieces. We're going to need 18 more pieces of gold nugget to...
You are being surrounded by the pig zombie people. I've spotted them. They are...
Yeah,
they are moving.
They're moving around, but they're pretty chill for the most part. Like I said, it's only if we run into living piglins that we'll be in trouble if we don't get some gold.
Uh-huh.
That should not be anywhere near my hotbar right now.
Apparently you need 9 more for boots.
Yes.
Gold boots? Sounds like an interesting fashion statement.
But we're gonna make a helmet instead.
There we go. Gold helmet. That's going to give you some serious neck pain.
Yes. It's also not very useful for protection purposes either, but...
So you have more over for trading. Is trading actually a thing you can do in this game?
Yes. They do make a valid point about having more left over for trading. So we'll put some away.
Well, there you go then. Chat is helpful.
Yeah, chat is helpful. The way back was this way. And I need to mark it so that I don't get hopelessly lost. there are other portals out there that I might be able to rejigger for my travel needs to get back to the overworld, but I don't want to chance it if I don't have to.
And you're still looking for this Doom Fortress?
Yes. I wouldn't characterize it as a Doom Fortress. It's more of a... what should we call it? Like, the technical term is just Nether Fortress. Not to be confused.
Put out a fire by hitting it with your sword?
I did.
Okay.
Look, I can even punch them out.
Die, fire!
Boom!
I punch your fire out. Oomph. There's something very pleasing about that.
Take this, physics!
Punch it. Punch the fire. Punch it.
Oh,
Apparently you
hey,
trade
look!
something for
Living
piglin?
piglin. Hey. Hey, look. Look. I've got gold.
Did you just... Oh, okay. You gave him it?
Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't like it. No, he doesn't want it. No,
No.
he gave you onion. What? What did he
Crying
give you?
obsidian. Interesting.
Crying obsidian.
Yeah. Hey, come back.
What
wanna
is
do that
crying
again.
obsidian?
You know, I've never... Oh, wait, no. I do know this. Crying obsidian is a... Oh,
You gotta give it
hello.
arrows.
Spectral arrows. I sure as hell don't know what those are useful for.
Shooting ghosts?
Well, that's the thing. There aren't enough ghosts around here to make that sort of a business prospect really all that worthwhile. I don't think, at least. Someone bust open the wiki for me and look up spectral arrows. Tell me what they're good... Oh, shit! That's the noise! That's a ghast over there.
Yeah, I'll do it. A spectral arrow confers the glowing status effect for 10 seconds. The glowing effect creates an outline of the target, which is visible through blocks, and colored based on the target's team, white by default. Even if a bow is enchanted with infinity, spectral arrows are still consumed.
Thank you.
So there we
There
go.
we go.
Yeah, there we go. Sinner's got it. Any mob you hit with them gets an outlining for 10 seconds.
Theoretically useful, but a little unusual. We'll keep them around as arrows, certainly, but I don't expect to get excessive mileage out of that perk.
Yeah, how big has Minecraft grown since I live played it? Because, I mean... Oh, your stream has been paused. You
Come
back with
on.
us?
Yep, we're back with you.
Cool.
Don't know what that was. I think some background program rose out of the depths and tried to stab me.
Like you punching out the fire.
Yeah, except it's not funny because it's happening to me.
You're still... Oh, you're right, that's right. I remember now. You're looking for the fortress to find the...
Blaze
Magic.
rods.
Yeah, the magic fire rods is what I was going to say. Yes, the blaze rods. There we go. Hit it! Hit it! This is modern gaming at its best.
Yeah, but I don't have Soul Strider, and that's soul sand there, so if I don't see a good route to take through it, I would be better excuse me.
Also, you are deflecting arrows with your shield. Like a good boy. Kill it. There we go.
Yeah, you say like a good boy. Chat, my associate T-Mech, who you may meet later this afternoon if you come back, he... Come here. Let me trade with you. I want to make friends.
Throw gold at them. They look at the gold like... I just love it how they just look at the gold like, what the hell is this? And then they just throw shit at you.
Spectral arrows and gravel. Okay.
Gravel! You give me gold, I give you gravel. Wonderful, I love it.
not be needing that.
I know, right, Aya? So perfect. Or spectral arrows, which when you think about it are basically just arrows that aren't even half there. This rock looks weird. What is this rock?
This is varying kinds of soul sand.
Soul sand. I need to stop. You see, these are good names. These are really good names. I need to make notes. I need to rip off as much of this stuff as I can. See, this is actually productive. This is useful time for me. I'm coming up with all kinds of good stuff. And by coming up with, what I mean is stealing.
Shamelessly ripping off.
Shamelessly ripping off. I could do some slight alterations. The trick to really good stealing for fantasy authors, or for just any author for that matter, is to take the thing, either put it in a completely different context. So you take what was it?
Soul sand.
Soul
and
sand.
There's the fortress.
And you take it from fantasy and you move it into sci-fi, and then everyone's like, "Oh, it's in sci-fi. It's got nothing to do with Minecraft. Look, it may be called Soul Sand, but that doesn't matter." Or you take it and you alter like one word.
There he is up there, James. That thing on fire up on the roof. That's a blaze.
What is that?
Oh,
That's a blaze. It's
he's
firing
seen me.
fire at you. It's firing fire. The fire is green.
Take this, son of a mother!
Yeah. Also, this fortress does not
Ruined.
look very well constructed. Yeah, it doesn't look very good. I was expecting something grander. I was also expecting something that actually had an inside. This doesn't appear to have an inside.
Oh no, it does have an inside. It's just that it's up there.
Oh.
We need to
okay.
climb the tower first, James.
Okay.
We are daring explorers coming across, what do you call it? Forsaken ruins in a hellish dimension.
Yeah, well, I approve of that. I mean, yeah. This is basically what Trial by Conquest is mostly. I mean...
Terrible fortress. Well, I'm a terrible gamer.
Yeah, take it. What is the blue fire thingy? Soul Sand. Oh yeah, also Soul Sand inside the Time Turner. Yeah, interesting. Also, I was thinking more for other things, Aya. Also, what is what was the blue fire thingy on the ground before?
So basically, just about anything in the Nether is flammable or can sustain being on fire. But more specifically, I'm making a double wide staircase because I don't trust myself to flee out of here safely in an emergency. T-Mech gave me crap, but I've fallen into lava one too many times. Or, just fallen and died to fall damage one too many times.
What's the timer? I mean, because presumably you're still timing this, right? How are we doing for time? How close are you?
Let's see here. Somewhere in the Twitch stream, it should tell you how long I've been live for. Oh wait.
Yeah,
no.
but I don't have the Twitch stream up though.
OBS.
Oh yes, I do. 1 hour, 8 minutes.
Yeah, OBS tells me 1 hour and 8 minutes.
Yeah, you really need to get the speedrunning clock on your screen. That's a thing that you need to do.
Yeah. So at least in theory, this place is horribly dangerous.
But no worries, because you've now got 2 sets of gold armor pieces on your body that you are wearing right now. And a heartbeat monitor. Oh, that's interesting. Has any streamer got that? Because I mean, you could totally do that, couldn't you? You could have a
heartbeat monitor. I think that's more a trope of the survival horror genre.
That is a really cool idea, though. I'm thinking fitness streamers could do that. Fitness streamers could have heart rate monitors. That would be cool. I mean, obviously, survival horror people can have heart rate monitors as well.
Survival
or people
horror
who are just
people
really
get some
hardcore.
Survival horror people get some recognition from Lead Von E as a treat.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like the look of that, not one bit.
Well, I do like innovative streaming stuff. It's just
Oh
some
no,
of some of
sorry,
the
I
stuff
was
people come up
commenting
with
on the
is kind of
stuff
cool.
across the gap there. Those are
Oh.
wither skeletons. They are the opposite of friendly.
In the Super Mario speedrunner community, Cosmic. Ah, okay. I did not know that. Quite common then. Are you still trying to find these blaze rods?
Yeah, so theoretically, somewhere in this place, there will be a... somewhere in this place, there will be a section where blazes spawn, and I will be able to brick them in so that they don't just run off on me, and I can kill... I need minimum 6 blaze rods.
That was that thing that was throwing fireballs at you before, right?
Yes, so that might drop anywhere from 0 to 2 blaze rods, I believe. And I need 6 blaze rods in total, because each blaze rod makes 2 blaze powder, and then I need to kill probably at least 12, but probably more Endermen, because they give the Eyes of Ender, the Ender Pearls, which I need in order to make Eyes of Ender. Have I mentioned recently that this game is slightly involved?
You haven't, but I mean, the first thought when I heard that was, does this have anything to do with Ender's Game?
No, but there's a blaze again over there on fire,
Kill it.
floating through the air.
Yeah, it's a guy who makes fireballs. Him being on fire is very in theme. Kill him.
Yes.
Go. Charge him with your gold sword.
I don't have a gold sword.
Oh, well, make a gold sword and then charge him with that.
That's a terrible idea, James.
Yes, it is, because gold doesn't do well as a weapon, I imagine.
Well, I think gold items have good speed, bad durability. I think that's the trade-off.
Good speed, bad durability. Lol. I wonder if there is an alloy of gold that is actually quite... I wonder if... Well... Yeah, that's what I wonder. I wonder if there is an alloy of gold that modern science has figured out that could actually be theoretically used as a real weapon.
You know, in all this time, I've never built a shovel.
My god, how dare you.
Pretty easily, actually.
Yeah.
It's more down to negligence than anything else.
Iron gain. Ire gain. Wait. Oh, it's a... Oh, copper? That's not what I want. I want gold. Oh, hang on, here we go. Worldbuilding.stackexchange.com. Of course, when I type in modern alloy of gold sword, what pops up is Stack Exchange World Building, because, you know, these guys are really hardcore about this kind of stuff. So if anyone would have asked this question before, it would have been these guys.
Hey, that's a skeleton.
A weapon made of said materials would be very useful. Blah, 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 blah. Platinum iridium alloy is the only alloy of platinum made in bulk, specifically for its hardness. It has a hardness midway between mild steel and hardened steel. That is much better than ancient Roman swords of soft iron, little worse than medieval Damascus steel swords. Okay, so you can make a platinum sword using platinum and iridium that actually would make a good sword. That's interesting.
I know that in the Lensman series, Lensman from the planet Tellus, which is the Earth stand-in, they get their lenses in watch-like bracelets of platinum iridium alloy. Where are these guys coming from? There's the spawner down there. Okay, we have a heading.
Yes, you can use gold to kill people just by pouring it over them, yes. That was the favorite method of killing people of Genghis Khan, now that I recall of it. He very famously killed the traders in Samarkand by pouring... Oh, sorry, not the traders. He killed the administration of Samarkand for killing the traders by pouring molten silver. Actually, that was molten silver, I think. Poured molten silver into their eyes and ears. Yeah.
Yeah,
nasty.
molten gold was Khal Drogo.
Oh, okay, right. I never saw that, so yeah.
You know, that horse lord famously based
Yeah.
on Genghis Khan.
On Genghis Khan, yeah.
At least in the sense that they were horse guys that went conquering a bunch. Perish.
Yeah, there are quite a lot of them throughout human history, to be fair. You're fighting the flame dude.
Yeah. But it looks like he didn't... Oh, shit.
Ambushed from behind. It's a fireball on fire that rogued you, dude. Yeah, that's right. Just punch out his fire. Oh, he's quite far away. Okay, fair enough. I'll give you that.
Where did that one come from? Okay, we need to lay low a little while. Regain
It's
a bit of
okay.
health.
Eat pig. Eat pig. All good. Wow, you restored your health really quickly.
Yeah, well, let's see here.
That guy is by the blaze spawner, though.
Yeah. Fortunately. That's a wither skeleton over there. We don't want to tangle with him. They're bad news. Aha.
Dangerous.
Yeah, they're big, ugly, mealy sons of mothers that confer a bad status effect.
Okay. And presumably you can't kill him with your iron axe.
Oh no, I could probably kill him with my iron axe.
I noticed that skeletons can't crouch in this game.
Yeah.
Can you crouch?
I
You can. Oh my god, you have such an advantage over them. Privilege. Ah! Hit him. Go away, Siri.
There we go. Oh, that was a lot closer than I thought.
Platinum iridium alloy was used for making the international prototype of the kilogram. Ah, how interesting.
Yeah, pretty durable stuff, that.
Mmm. And presumably must also be incredibly stable.
I mean, it certainly helps that they keep it in some sort of bell jar.
Yeah, true.
Okay. We're fully satiated. We're fully healed.
I wonder if there are any others. I should keep on looking for this. Quote, why make a gold sword? I could beat a man with a gold sword with a normal sword and a gold bar in my pocket. Yeah, that's right. Gold bar is actually a pretty good weapon. I mean, it's pretty heavy. Yeah. Wow. Okay. One answer. What you want is beta titanium gold. So there's this complicated gold formula here that I don't quite understand. It's beta hyphen ti lowercase 3 au, which I'm reading as beta titanium 3 gold, which is technically an intermetallic of gold and titanium. Apparently, Tony Stark was right about a titanium gold alloy being a good choice for his suits. Huh. And there is a link here to a physics org paper from 2016. Lab titanium gold alloy harder than steel. The density is similar to titanium, harder than steel, half the specific gravity. A sword forged from this stuff would certainly be magical. Obviously, we're on the Stack Exchange world building forum here. Lighter, stronger, harder, sharper, corrosion resistant, and extremely difficult to forge. How interesting. Oh, and it's a red gold color as well. So you could give it various backstories of being forged with the blood of dragons and such like. I like that. That's quite nice. Of course, there is a large argument to be made about exactly how necessary it is to base your magical materials on real-world materials. I mean, there is nothing to stop you from just saying, "Here, I've created my own personal metal and just having done with it and saying these are the magic properties it's got. There we go. Fine.
What are you doing here, small child? This is no
What
place
the-
for you.
What was that pig person just run off when you shouted at him?
I mean,
What
it
the-
didn't run off because I shouted at him.
Give him a gold ingot. See what the kid'll give you.
He's not giving me anything. I don't think kids can trade.
Ah, how uncapitalistic. I don't know.
Oh, that's a lot of blazes.
Even then, there was a difference of around 50 micrograms weight of a fingerprint between each IPK after they were weighed after a few decades. Huh, how interesting. What was that, dust? Or are we talking like difference in mass gained from relativistic travel through space at different speeds? Because of being at different altitudes or something, I don't know.
Okay, so the good news is I found lots of blazes. The bad news is I have found lots of blazes.
Well, it's what you wanted.
Yep.
Kill them all and take their flaming iron rods. This sounds like a metal cover. Don't exactly know. That's fine.
Okay, one down.
How many of these blazing rods do you need?
Minimum 6.
It seems that a large part of these speedruns. Hey, you're using those arrows?
Yes.
Ha! They have use.
Well, not more or less than anything else going on here.
Right, but you can see them through the walls.
Yes, and I would really
Also,
like
you are
to be
dying.
able to recover my health a bit more. Should have
You're in
brought...
hardcore mode, aren't you?
Yes.
So if you die, that's it. You're dead. Run is over.
That's the idea. Trying to improve my in-game... Ah, crap, I'm out of all kinds of arrows. Okay.
Dun 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 dun. We're in a pinch here. What is he going to do to survive? He's going to eat more pork. More pork? Ah, need more pork.
Yeah, we've got backup pile of steak, too.
All is well then with the world.
Well, not precisely.
Punch it out. Yeah, there we go. Hit it with your sword.
That guy's on the next catwalk. Oh. No, small
The child!
child!
Is he going to get killed?
I don't
He is,
know.
he is if he stands there. They're going to keep on firing at you. They're going to hit the pig kid.
God damn it.
Oh, he ran away. He's good. You going to follow him? Oh, you're just going to run with him.
No,
There we go.
I'm going to switch my position of cover.
God, you are surrounded, mate.
Yes, I've noticed.
They're flying.
Yeah, that's one of their key features. They're
You're
on
on
fire,
fire.
they're flying, they've got all kinds of firepower. Oh, shit. Well,
Oh!
Wither Skeleton.
Dun 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 dun. You also need like an animation to go over your screen where blood just sort of drips down the screen and a big dramatic music goes boom or something like that. You know,
Yeah.
some one of those dramatic horror you have been killed musics.
Yep, looks like it. Well, what do we got here? We've got 5 viewers. And it
Yeah.
looks like,
Oh yeah.
not bad.
Beyond the simple,
Well,
hang on, I want to read this. Beyond the simple wear that Czech standards can experience, the mass of even the carefully stored national prototypes can drift relative to the IPK for various reasons. Some known and some unknown. Since the IPK and its replicas are stored in air, they gain mass through absorption of atmospheric contamination onto their surfaces. Ah, okay. They should be stored in vacuum. Press F for respect, yeah. F, man. Did a good job.
yeah.
So, What happens now? Are you going to try and do another run? Are you going to take a break and then do another run later, or are you going to? Because
So
right now in your progression as a speedrunner, you are at the point where I need to learn how to finish the game. Is that correct?
yes, so I need to come. I'm going to make a note of this on my pro tips sheet. More to the point.
Pro tip number 234: don't die.
Well, no, I'm only up to 4 pro tips, but on the far side of it, I'm going to need to come up with a to-do. Anti-blaze and anti-wither skeleton strategies.
So you're going to go away and research how to deal with those blaze people.
Yeah, so I'm going to go and research the optimal way of dealing with wither skeletons and blazes. And later this afternoon, I will be streaming again with I will be streaming again with the far more competent T-Mech, who
Thanks for that, mate.
Yeah,
Well, to be
well,
fair, I
far
am
more
in-
competent than me is the key thing here. So
Okay,
I
fair
will
enough.
be streaming again this afternoon with T-Mech. We will be on our shared world, the Scuffed Survival Multiplayer, where we are building the glorious nation of Hyperborea in an effort to gain every advancement or achievement in vanilla Minecraft.
Completionist server.
It's not so much a completionist thing as it's just another part of my training arc, because I am I'm viewing this all as learning experiences. I'm striving
What
to
time zone are you in?
I'm currently in the Pacific time zone, so I think we can expect the stream to go live around 2 p.m., although I will need to double check with T-Mech about that. I'd like to thank all of our viewers for tuning in, and I know for a fact that 3 of you... No, actually, you know what? It's not 3 of you are not subscribed, because Lead is following this, and I know that he...
Dude, just say follow, subscribe, favorite, and comment. Just go for it. Just do it,
Yeah,
and
okay.
then smash the like button. Just go for it.
I was trying to do the math in my head to figure that out. So yes, any of you who enjoyed this content, I will be sure to drag Lead in for future streams, probably next Saturday as well, since it's our normal time.
I'm up for that.
Yeah, I'll definitely drag you in for the stream next Saturday as well, but in the interest of not turning our entire normal weekly conversations into me streaming, I think I'll only play either to completion or death. That's what that is. Saturday mornings, completion or death, Pacific time zone, probably sometime after 8 a.m., but not too long after 8 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah, tune in next time for that. I'll probably be doing my next attempt at this Monday morning, because I don't have classes until 2:30 on Mondays. So tune in Monday for the exciting next attempt, and tune in this afternoon for the Scuffed Survival Multiplayer server with Tavi and T-Mech. And be sure to follow us if you haven't already, because the schedule is likely to continue to be erratic.
You gonna sign off now?
Yep, we're gonna sign off the streaming. Thank you all.